Good, beautiful morning. Fresh out of the shower a little bit. Cut myself shaving. Had to take off the Band-Aid. Absolutely wet outside. It's been pouring for 2 days now. Basement a little floody, but I've been tossing towels. Gotta put the towels in the dryer. Thanks for reminding me. But I'm here to talk about things I've been... I wonder how echoey this room is. It sounds pretty echoey in my opinion. Here to talk about things I've been interested in and finding the connections between those. I've been on a nature kick, y'all. Big nature kick. And in the opposite, I've been in, which I guess they're kind of connected. I watched some video on quantum computing, right? And then I was trying to think about how I could connect that to like the design world. So I was just spending some time thinking about how I could try to get ahead on understanding quantum computing and how that might affect the field of design and product design. Not much to say about it yet. Still working on that, but might see something in the future soon about it. Something I did do recently was write my first Substack article. Check that out. Might make a video based on the article. How to run the best half marathon, or how to make your first half marathon the best run of your life. Because mine was, and up until that half marathon and like the week after that, running was like so much in the forefront of my mind. Then I moved, so wasn't able to do much running. I've done maybe 1 or 2 runs since the half marathon, but I miss it. But also it's been absolutely pouring and I'm not training for anything right now. Might do a full marathon in the future, but it's just not in the cards at the moment. We're too busy. But in that house vein of moving, had to do a lot of housework, have a yard now that I got to maintain. So I've been thinking a lot about nature. So that's the big topic here. Thinking about, I've had to cut the lawn right. There's a big set of bushes and different vegetation on the border of the home. So I've been interested in learning about what those are, if they're invasive. Mowing the lawn kind of sucks a little bit to an extent because there's a bit of hills that we want to transform into like a native plant pollinator area. So that one, I don't have to cut the grass on that hill because it's literally like terrible. And 2, increase some biodiversity around this place. There's like a patch in the backyard that has like, I don't even know what kind of plants plants they are, but they could be bad, they could be good. But I keep cutting around it. I think a tree used to be there, and so no grass ever like came in. So it's just like a bunch of different, some may call them weeds. I don't know. They're kind of pretty. But in the vegetation in the corner, we have like 4 groundhogs, right? And they love coming out and they get in that little circle of grass and just start eating it up. Or not grass, but circle of vegetation and just start eating the thing up, hiding in it. The birds like landing in it. So I like keeping it because it's a fun little spot for the local nature. So in that sense, want to really get into native plants, understanding my local kind of biodiversity and stuff. I don't know the word for it. Whatever the local species are of plants that should be around here, plant some of those. Get the bugs back. Get the animals back. I've been watching this guy on YouTube. What's it called? Like crime doesn't pay, or crime does pay, but botany doesn't. Something like that. I think he's from like Chicago, and he just like rips apart suburbia and the like terrible different landscapes of plants and stuff that are put in these like suburban neighborhoods, and like then he goes around and looks at native areas, and he can just throwing out the science names. So I like watching those. They're kind of fun to see all the, and he's a funny guy. So I also have been looking into gardening a lot, trying to grow some of my own food. There's a blackberry bush out there. I'm excited for that, but still trying to figure out where I want to put these gardens. I want to have like a little bit of yard, you know, like I don't think grass is terrible. It's nice to have like a nice section of it, I think, but we got too much of it for what I would want. So trying to figure out where I want to place the gardens, where I want to put the native plants, mixing the two maybe, you know, stuff like that. Honestly, like gardening over the last week was like a big thing, but I'm telling you, last night I saw this birding documentary. It's called Listers. It's by, what was his name? Owen something. Look it up. Listers. It's a birding documentary on YouTube. It's like 2 hours long. It was so good. Like, I watched most of it last night before I went to bed, and it was so inspiring. I love birds. I literally have this Birds of Ohio book. It inspired me. I got a pair of binoculars today. Those apps that you can get for birding, like Merlin and eBird. I don't know if I'm just stupid or what, but I can't figure out how to use them right. It doesn't recognize I take a picture of a bird. I'm like, that's a European starling, of course. I have the book right here. It looks just like him. The app can't recognize it. Can't send like a photo on the eBird app for some reason. Do I have to get my laptop out to submit these photos? I don't know. I'm just doing it more for fun. Kind of want to eventually maybe see all of the different birds that are in the state. Going on vacation at some point soon. So hopefully my binoculars are here by then so that I can see just bird watch for fun while I'm in a different area of the country. But yeah, that birding documentary, it was so good. Funny, informative. Like, I didn't know anything about this birding community. They literally, basically these brothers spent like almost a full year going around the country trying to win this competition to find the most birds in 1 year, which I think it said they got like, I don't want to spoil it. So they did decently well. But it was so good, so funny. And lots of beautiful shots of the birds. I like birds. I think they're cool, but I think I just like all animals. So it just made me think like I need to get out in some nature more. And like I have so many videos of those groundhogs I just took the other day. Sometimes there's like a hawk in the tree. Take a nice video of that. I just love animals. So, which makes me think like thinking about my future. If there's a way like I can get more into, you know, nature and maybe animals, which that before I switched into design, that was choice number 2, most likely, was some kind of like zoology, biology thing, which I think it goes back to my love of paleontology, especially with the birds, since, you know, dinosaurs, but I just like all animals. So maybe one day I'll figure out a way to get into the field. I love going to the zoo. I love doing stuff like that. So I'm trying to think of what the bird was called, but yesterday let me see. I don't want to mess up the video. It was some kind of like chakalaka or something. I think it's in like Texas maybe. I saw 3 different videos. Never heard of that bird. Maybe I heard it once. 3 different videos I was watching. One with the like botany guy. One with that documentary, and then there was like a third one. All of them had mentioned this bird. Don't know what that's about. But I had to write it down. Once I heard it like the second time, I was like, that was weird that I just heard it. When I heard it the third time, something's up with this bird. It's got a connection with me for some reason right now. Anything else? What else have I been? It's mainly just been that nature. So I think we'll keep it short. Stop it here. I'm getting a little hungry for some lunch. Yeah. Hope y'all have a good day. Check out the Substack article. Check out some birds. Go outside. Check out some nature. I guess, here's another thing. In that same vein, after I watched the birding documentary, I was thinking about other animals. I know we were talking about last time or the time before that I was interested in salamanders. So then I was looking into herping, which is like, looking at reptiles and amphibians. And it reminded me of the time, which I forget if I mentioned this in the salamander segment of like 2 videos ago, but of the time like I found this one salamander in field biology class. I think I mentioned it. And I just need to go out and flip some logs, find some frogs, pet a dog. Poetry. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.